tell me a little bit about yourself, and you'll talk about what your history, and then I'll ask you some questions about talking boards, the Ouija, and you'll tell me what you think.
Okay.
So we'll start with there. So what your name and what have you done to make yourself an expert in terms of this field with your angel board? And start. Okay, you're all set.
My name's Terry Schumann.
Okay, you can look right here at my shoulder if you
Okay.
want. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and go.
And I used to do art for Angel Times magazine and book covers, and I utilized my art to publish the Angel Board.
Okay, and I'll look down at that. Can you hold it up? Okay. When did you design that?
2006.
Can you hold it up like just for a second, like for maybe like 30 seconds? It's beautiful art.
Or
Okay, there you go.
a cover?
Both. I'll get that. Okay, and then the other side. Okay. Now tell me about why did you design the angel board as a response to the Ouija board?
No, actually, what happened is we were taking some pictures, and we were getting pictures of my grandson with ectoplasms around him. And I wanted to use a Ouija board, and my daughter didn't want to use a Ouija board because this had to do something with her son. So I utilized my art, and I put it together and made the angel board. And since it has an angel on it, and there's metallic gold lettering, and it's light blue, it's supposed to attract a higher energy.
And what's your experience been with it?
Pretty good.
Can you tell me a little bit about it? I mean, in other words, if negative entities seem attracted to a Ouija board, does the math work out that when symbology of a positive nature is put on a board, you do attract positive entities?
Well, I published 3,800 of these, and I have never heard one negative thing from it. Not once. The only negative I get is from Christians.
Right, right. That's fascinating. No complaints ever. And have you, with your experiences, I don't know how much you do it. For example, Bob Murch, an expert, doesn't ever use a Ouija board. How often do you use it? Which I think is weird. I don't know why, but how often do you use it? A lot, a little, a medium?
A little.
Okay, and in general, positive, almost to the
Positive,
one.
Yeah, I mean, all the emails, everything I've got. Like I said, everybody has loved it except the people who have hated it because they say I put an angel on the devil's
work. I hear, which again, if the Ouija is the devil's work, we've done something very positive, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I mean, you've taken a negative and made it into a positive. What is your position on the Ouija board per se? Is it an evil thing to you? Is
No,
it
it's
inert?
not.
Well, tell me what you think.
I just think anything can be misused.
Okay.
And it's just all a form of divination at the end of the day. Tarot, crystal gazing, anything like that, it's all divination.
And why, if your board, angel board, attracts positive entities, what's the deal with Ouija? Why are there so many negative stories?
Because they've just gotten a bad rap because too many people misused them in the past.
Let's go. I think you're right. Go on that. What do you think has happened? It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, or people who are negative.
People that are negative, yeah.
Okay.
Kids playing with it that shouldn't be playing with Ouija boards.
So what do you think about kids? What do you think about it? It's 8 and above at Kids R Us. Do you believe it should be a toy? Shouldn't be a toy? What do you think about that?
I don't really think it's a toy now.
What is it? What is it then?
It's a form of divination. It's just a tool.
Okay. And do you think you can by putting positive symbology, or like you did, do you think you can control better the entities that come to you? In other words,
because it's an energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so it would seem to me that you're going in the right direction. How come more people aren't following suit? Meaning, if I want to contact a relative, just like you said, your daughter or someone close, went to their son, that seems like it makes a lot of sense. They don't want to use something controversial, and you may have this from your pure view of your heart.
Most people that buy the angel board, they want to speak to family members.
Okay.
Loved ones, and they feel safer with it.
And are they still selling to this day, angel boards?
I put it to rest. I discontinued them with the distributors and stores, and I'm just selling the rest right now.
And do you mind I ask, why did you stop? Is there a reason?
Because she had a good run, and it's time to come out with something new.
Okay. But may I say that it seems like you, I mean, I'm not saying Hasbro is evil empire or anything, and I'm not saying Ouija boards are evil, but it seems like this is a very, very positive thing in that it specifically almost protects the ignorant user, which I think is usually the problem, the young. Is the next thing you're going to come out with in the same vein in terms of positively a tool of divination, or you just don't know what you're going to do next?
Well, even the dream journal that I published, that's a form of divination too, because in dream, interpretations tell you a lot, and so that's why I'm going to use that art to make like a goddess type of board, more pagan focused, instead of angelic.
Okay, and so what do you think about this whole issue? Here I am as a filmmaker, just trying to be neutral, trying to get the answers. I have a feeling I'll never get the answer, but if you had to answer the question, what is a Ouija board or what is a talking board and how does it work? And you said divination and you were clear about that, but could you be more precise in the sense of, do you think it's the board? Do you think it's the people? Do you think it's a combination? Do you think it's an unknown? In other words, can two 12-year-olds walk up and without anything in their heads or brains attract a negative entity? Is it like a cell phone to the spirit world? What's your precise view of the type of divination these boards are? And if you think they're dangerous or not, just to kind of sum up your view.
Yeah, they're not dangerous. I don't even think the Ouija board's dangerous.
Okay. So could you just expound on that and say, I think that boards are a form of divination, and then go into if they're not dangerous or not, well, here's how they should be used.
Not everybody's a medium that can, feel and hear and see things. So the angel board just allows them to have that experience without being a medium or a psychic, and maybe they can get answers.
Besides being an artist, are you psychic or have any medium abilities, do you know? Or,
yes.
And is that another thing that attracted you to the Ouija board, in that you are a flesh and blood form of perhaps your divination tool, flesh and blood, is a medium, whereas this is a cardboard one? Is that a fair comparison or no?
Well, I've always heard things and seen things and been able to tell things a lot, and I guess the angel board and Ouija board, they both allow people to have that experience.
Okay. Because, you don't need a board for you to do it. Going off topic a little bit, because that's fascinating to me. It's like, again, Bob Murch, my partner, expert in Ouija boards. He doesn't believe in this supernatural, I think, at all. He doesn't think that it's the Ouija board's supernatural, all right? But he has total respect for you, Chip, anyone that's psychic or whatever. I believe they are supernatural.
It's not the board.
Right. And I'm asking you as a flesh and blood medium, as someone who is, in a way, like a Ouija board. You are a conduit. Can you turn it on and off? Do you walk around and see and feel energies? Like, can you tell me a little bit about you being a medium, what that's like? Because you're like, again, a human-based medium, a human-based divination tool in a way. Mm-hmm. What's that like?
I can't just sit down with someone and start telling them things. Sometimes things will come to me and I will tell them something, and it's not something I can pick and choose. It's just something that happens when it does.
Premonitions ever?
Or anything.
Do you have premonitions or?
Oh, absolutely, all the time.
Oh yeah.
And I know things a lot of times before they happen. And like I can meet a complete stranger and sometimes just tell them something.
Neat.
And
that's cool. What's that like?
Somebody bought an angel board from me from Canada, and for some reason something told me to tell them peaches. And I emailed her peaches, and she contacted me crying. She goes, that was the last thing her daughter ate, and that was her daughter's nickname before she died. So, things like that happen, and it's not something I can pick. I can't have somebody come in and do a reading. Now, I might find something in somebody that I see or feel, but it's not something I can pick and choose. It's something I can make a career at.
But it's certainly a gift.
Yeah,
and what do you think the gift is? Is this the gift manifest? Your board? I mean, what a wonderful manifestation. Your art and your mediumship you brought into the board.
Just like with painting too. I mean, when I paint these pictures, every one of my angels has a story. Every piece of my art has a story. The dream journal, she spoke to me when I painted her.
Tell me. Can you tell me about it? What the experience was like? I mean, whatever
Well,
you can tell me.
It was drug induced because at
Okay.
the time I was doing a lot of drugs.
Okay.
You know.
It's not always bad, depending on the drug.
Yeah.
You never know.
And it was just drug, and I only painted her at night for some reason. And I painted her in a nightgown, and she spoke French to me, and my French isn't that good, but somehow I understood her. And I painted her the way she wanted me to paint her.
Wow.
You know.
That's beautiful. How did you know she was an angel? How do you know an entity's not fooling with you? You know, you just feel it in your gut?
Oh, you feel it.
Yeah.
You feel it. There's negative, positive feelings, you know.
Have you ever had a negative one try to manipulate you?
Oh, I've had negative people around me that I just knew I didn't like and
Oh,
stayed
yeah.
away from. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because their energy was
Sure.
very bad.
So do you see auras and stuff without wanting to even sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. Because I wonder sometimes if it's a burden or what it's like to have that
Well,
gift.
I don't have a controlled gift.
Right, but you have the gift, you know, and even if you can't control it, it pops up, and I'm just wondering if that's annoying or that's refreshing.
For, my one trip to California, my friend picked me up, and